So I'm D.MO. I'm from Mankato, Minnesota. Small town, 60,000 people. The 11th drunkest city in America. But it's a great place. We have humble beginnings there, but it's a place where I feel like growing up, I always was like, there's nothing to do in Mankato. There's nothing here. And then like going to Minneapolis, going back to Cato for a little bit, I'm like, so there's definitely more stuff to do here, but it's mostly just bars down there. I love it. Mankato's great, great place to live up or grow up, and great place to start a studio, which one is what I'm doing now. I would say hi. I'm Dylan Mock. I would just tell him my regular name because I'm just laid back guy. I'd say, hey, I'm Dylan. I'm into music. I like to sing, rap a little bit, produce. I probably wouldn't start with my music though, because I really like to relate to people on like what and see what they like to do. I like to figure out like what's people's intentions, what do they want out of like an interaction, and I just try to give that to them. So I'm a very responsive person, but I would ultimately just like introduce them, tell them about like kind of like my hometown, what I grew up doing, my family. I have a brother and two sisters. My parents split up when I was like in fifth grade, so but I'm just really just like a guy who's all about music. That's really what I'm all about. So I started 507 by just being reached out on Snapchat and Instagram. I had a good friend, Josie. She did not an interview, but a profile with you guys. And it was just cool. I saw the aesthetic on Instagram. I saw you guys doing a bunch of promo for other artists, and I really liked kind of just the support that you guys have been cultivating in southern Minnesota. So I really liked that, and that's what kind of drew me to what you guys do. My last meal, see, this is what's tough about the last meal thing, because I'm trying to think, like, in the afterlife, will I regret this decision? I started getting a little bit lactose intolerant in the last year or so I probably wouldn't have dairy, but I'm probably going to have to start with something simple. Probably some breakfast food, because you can't go wrong with breakfast food. So give me some eggs, scrambled, bacon, of course, hash browns if they're crispy. Okay, they have to be crispy. I would probably have some orange juice. Like I said, not a lot of dairy, but it's my last meal. I might as well have some ice cream in there too. Breakfast food and ice cream. Well, I mean, music-wise, I've literally just started making like just rap, just like with the buddies in the basement, just freestyling to random beats, as so many people do. But I was in this short film in high school that won our talent show for homecoming. So that was pretty cool. It was called The Heist 2, and it was like a short film where we robbed our school. Our school is safe. Well, they did let that happen. We didn't actually rob them, but we robbed the other competitors of the win, because we ended up winning the whole thing. So it was very fun. And if I was going to say something I'm proud of that's not art-wise, look, I was a great fort builder as a kid. So art-wise, I would say my forts were pieces of art. Other things, I don't know. You know what? That's pretty much it. Oh, that's a good question. I think if Linkin Park never made it as an artist, I probably wouldn't be the person I am today. I first heard, the first Linkin Park song I heard was in fourth grade. I heard Numb, which is on their second album. And I saw the music video, and I was like, this was right around the time when my parents it was a rough time for my parents. So that type of music where it was just like very aggressive, grungy, but it also had that rap infused with it, like that really hit home for me. So Linkin Park, huge inspiration to me. I don't get stage fright. I love being on stage. It's my natural state. Being on stage and performing is something that I love to do so much. And you get those butterflies, of course, those pregame jitters. I compare it to like, I used to play basketball as a kid, and it would be the same type of feeling right before, the tip off, right before they throw the ball up. You get those feelings of like, oof, excitement, but it's never like scared. Like I'm always, as soon as I start performing, I just like black out and I just go into it. And it's really one of my favorite things to do. The secret sauce is, I really have found my sound, I feel like, in the last year. I've been singing a lot more. I used to not sing that much, believe it or not. I used to just want to rap and like produce for people. But I think the secret is just one, my writing style. I think my writing style is very unique in that I'm very technical with my words and like my flow and how I choose to say everything. Everything like you're hearing, it's yes, it's based off of like the feeling in the moment, but it's also very methodical. And I feel like if you're listening to it, you might not realize as a listener like, oh, he spends hours on his stuff just making sure every little piece is right. So I would say like the attention to detail is definitely what makes my stuff stand out. I think I would keep it minimal. I would try and keep the song. If I was gonna make it in 60 minutes, I would think, okay, I don't want to spend too much time on the beat because I really want to focus on the melody. And so I would tackle that by just having a nice, easy drum pattern that has a nice swing to it, a nice knock, and maybe I just have keys or piano or just one lead line melody, and then I would just build vocals around that. And I think I would probably just talk about like my life and my passion for music. That's something that I often write about, or relationships. I love talking about relationships as well.